test magic, ways you can pass the means test if you fail. Like many things in the law, there are opportunities to improve your results. For example, when you're getting ready to file your taxes, there are certain things that you can do, all of which are completely legal, to reduce the amount of tax that you owe. Similarly, if you're getting ready to file a bankruptcy case, there are things that you can do, all completely legal, to manipulate the outcome of the means test so that you can qualify for a Chapter 7. Or if you're going to file a Chapter 13 so that you pay as little as you possibly can to the unsecured creditors. Now, unsecured creditors sometimes complain about this, but the fact of the matter is that the bankruptcy system is designed to provide a fresh start for consumers who need it. The law allows certain things to be done to improve the results for the consumers. And I believe that it's absolutely mandatory for an attorney to advise his client of the ways they can get a better result. For example, in Chapter 7 cases, there are certain deductions that you can take that actually help you pass the means test. One deduction like this is the automobile payment. So if you've been scrimping and saving and trying to make do with a car that's held together with duct tape and glue, it's paid for and you can't really afford to buy a new one because you're paying other bills, you will essentially be penalized because you don't have a car payment. What some people will do is replace their car before they file a bankruptcy. Once the car is replaced, there's a car payment in your budget. This is a deduction on the means test, and magic. You now pass the means test and have a safe car. The deduction for the car means there's less money to pay the unsecured creditors. Creditors sometimes complain that consumers are getting cars at the expense of money that would be available to pay them. And this is true, but why should unsecured creditors benefit from a consumer who's making do with an automobile that really needs to be replaced, is sometimes even unsafe to drive? Similarly, in Chapter 13, we may have a situation where we have enough income to pay back something to the unsecured creditors, but again, we have a car that desperately needs to be sent to the junkyard, and in these cases, the consumer legitimately needs to replace the car. Once the car is replaced, the excess income that would have been available to pay the unsecured creditors is reduced because of the car payment. Also, in a Chapter 13, the interest rate gets changed from an often high rate to a low 4.75%. And for this reason, it's very common for people contemplating filing Chapter 13 to replace one or even two automobiles before filing. The leftover money is paid to the unsecured creditors, and that amount's reduced by the car payments. And all of this is allowed by law, and it's necessary for the consumer to get into the bankruptcy and continue to be able to drive to and from work.